The second-degree murder trial for Anthony Pierce and the death of WPD officer Richard Matthews gained a couple more storylines Friday as the prosecution first called officers from Philadelphia to highlight a 1994 shootout with authorities involving Pierce.
Immediately prior to police involvement, the defendant was involved in criminal activity targeting individuals who were themselves engaged in illegal conduct. In both cases, the defendant joined forces with at least one other convicted felon, armed convicted felon, to achieve his criminal purpose. In both incidents, the Philadelphia incident and here, defendant's criminal scheme was interrupted by police, and he refused to submit to persistent police commands to surrender. During the course of his attempted flight, the defendant's actions brought about a deadly result to a co-defendant, co-conspirator in Philadelphia for the stated purpose that he wasn't going to return to jail, and to Officer Rich Matthews in Wilmington. No one could more fully appreciate that his flight from police might have deadly consequences than a man who spent over a decade in prison for doing it once before.
Defense attorney Andy Waters questioned the correlation of the event as it pertains to this case, given the time lapsed.
The state includes in his argument what is certainly a fallacy. He would like the court to say that there is temporal proximity between the first act that he wants to introduce in the trial of the second case. 15 years, Your Honor, is the period of time between the two incidents. The state in his argument would like you to believe that if a person is in custody, they cannot commit criminal offenses. They most certainly can, of any nature that they can in fact commit while they are not in custody. But that really is not the issue in this 404B motion.
Later in the day Friday, a known drug dealer testified about how Pierce and others with him had just ripped off the $30,000 worth of marijuana before getting involved in the chase in order to paint the picture completely of the night's events.